Okay, folks, just to be considerate of everyone's time, it is a couple minutes after, so let's go ahead and get started. Again, my name is Shelley Parker. I am the Regional Channel Sales Manager for GoZone based in Austin, Texas. It's where I'm actually coming to you live from today, but for those of you who are not familiar, our headquarters is actually in St. Petersburg, Florida. So again, today we're going to talk a little bit about delivering analytics and engagements for retail through Smart Wi-Fi. We're excited to have everyone on, and we will have an opportunity to take some questions from you. I want to encourage and even incent you to reach out to us very quickly after this webinar to schedule a little bit more of a deeper dive. We'll go into the platform, maybe even do a demo, but for today, we're going to stay focused on the topics for discussion around what is Wi-Fi analytics. Okay, so our topics for discussion will be what is Wi-Fi analytics, specifically analytics, designed for retail. What does that look like from a GoZone perspective? And we'll even share some market statistics with you. Do you want to talk a bit about the integrated system and the total solution and what we consider that to look like when you bring GoZone into your proposals? There's additional opportunity for hardware pull-through, lots of reasons why we want you to position GoZone with your retail deals. And then obviously we're going to talk about intelligent physical locations and what we think that means, and how we want you to kind of start thinking when you're working with your retail customers, and then even more important, can GoZone help? So I want to share some information. We really feel at GoZone that there's just a huge opportunity with retail. Every year, at the beginning of the year, there's a huge retail show that happens in New York City, and this year's did not disappoint. There was a little over 40,000 attendees, somewhere upwards of 18,000 retailers attended, and it's just a phenomenal, huge event. And I think one of the big takeaways was the key to achieving retail success is to be more data-centric. That's something that came up often and with a number of different executives across a number of different organizations. So, we feel that GoZone can help, and relying on hard data rather than guesswork enables you to just make smarter decisions, really start to drive more return on investment. And again, that's something that you can do with our product. So Wi-Fi analytics is data that's collected over your Wi-Fi network. We really help transform that guest Wi-Fi network into a marketing engine, if you will. We're capturing data in three different categories: the presence analytics, guest analytics, and advertising analytics. The advertising analytics piece is really, really interesting, and one that's unique to the GoZone platform. And so we'll talk a little bit more about that as we get deeper into the presentation today. Again, there are a number of different types of analytics, but what we're going to focus on today are three types of Wi-Fi analytics. GoZone does a really good job of the way that they deliver the suite of Smart Wi-Fi. It's broken into three platforms, and I think the reason this is so important is because it's not a one-size-fits-all model. You don't want to have to oversell in situations. You want to be able to cater the solution to your customers' needs. And again, we do that in a unique way in the way that we deliver the platform, but we are focused on these three type of Wi-Fi analytics. And as you'll see in the bullet points under presence, marketing, and advertising, there's a number of different benefits to each one of those Wi-Fi analytics. Depending on, customer and their KPIs, we may want to offer only marketing analytics, right? Maybe it only makes sense in this particular environment to help identify who those customers are, start to increase CRM records for the retailer. It's really important for them to get that new versus repeat data and start driving more precise, targeted marketing to those individuals. Well, that's something we can do with our marketing analytics platform. If there's an opportunity to bring presence analytics in and help them understand that, is my storefront working? Do I have people actually enter my venue, or do they just kind of pass by? Those are things that we can help them uncover as well. More and more in retail, customers are just coming to expect it. I'm still a big fan of going into the grocery store. I know there's a lot of opportunity for doing the online shopping, going in and having the ability to pick up your groceries. But I just actually, I enjoy cooking and I like going into the venues. When I go into my local grocer, I get on the guest Wi-Fi network. Trying to pull up maybe a recipe, or it just could be a number of different things. And so again, I don't want to have to compete with everyone in there, for the cellular. I want to just be able to hop on in an easy way to the guest Wi-Fi network, and that's something that you can do with the GoZone platform. We provide the ease of use. We're pulling in that brand recognition from the very beginning when customers go to authenticate onto the guest Wi-Fi network. We're doing that in a secure way. We're doing that in a way that helps your customers create more loyalty and brand recognition. And it's really a seamless entry the digital presence. This is something that a lot of retailers are looking for, that connected shopping experience, the ability for their customers to easily, go back onto their website and maybe purchase something, or, just identify something for a later purchase. Those are all things that you can do with the GoZone platform. In addition, this is an opportunity for you to reach new lines of business. Typically when we're selling hardware, we're thinking, my IT buyer's got this type of question, these type of concerns. Well, it's really different for your marketers, and that's where we come in and we will assist you. We're going to do the heavy hand holding. We're going to help you understand what those, key questions are for marketers, and really help it be easy for you to reach those new lines of business. So why is GoZone important for the retail customers? Again, you have the ability to increase loyalty. You have opportunities to drive new revenue. You could do this through that precise targeted marketing that I spoke of earlier. Now, if I know that of the 100 people in my store, 50 are male, 50 are female, and I know maybe age demographics, there's a whole lot of opportunity around that, right? I can start speaking to my customers in a more meaningful way and really drive that messaging that's important to my business. A seasonal push comes into play for retail customers as well. If you think about when we see those spikes in retail, I think there's certainly an opportunity to focus on seasonality here. You've got back to school shopping that happens in August. Well, before that, actually, let's back it up a little. We've got summer shopping, right? So the kids are getting out of school. Let's get some new vacation gear. Well, that's going to bring traffic into your store. And by having a solution like GoZone in place, you have the ability to understand more about who those guests are and remarket to them, driving them back into your venue when it is time for back to school shopping, making sure that they come back to your store versus the online Amazon giants when it's time to start doing holiday shopping, right? So all of these things are, again, things that you can accomplish when using a product like GoZone in place, and we are the market leader in this space, and we really feel that by partnering together, we can help get to your existing install base and customers that you want to go after with, putting together a really targeted messaging and saying, how we can go to market together and do that. Earlier, hardware pull through. This is something that is, unique to GoZone. With our partners, you have the ability to maybe go in and, let's say you've had a customer in mind, but they keep saying, well, we've got such and such hardware, we're not really ready for a hardware refresh, or that's going to be coming around in 6 months or so, get back with us then. That's fine, right? If you are just looking to provide a new differentiator product, this is something that you can still go to them with. You can simply lay this on top of any of the hardware providers that I've got listed there, and there's actually more that we support. So it's unique and it's different, and it's something, again, that if you've been talking to the IT buyer, let's work together to pick up the phone and call the marketing director and understand what they're doing from a brick and mortar perspective, to gather insights and understand what that data looks like at the physical location. So I talked a little bit about this on the earlier slide, and that we have the ability to offer a competitive edge. We really like to think of it as Google Analytics for the physical world, right? A lot from your buyers from an online perspective, maybe what what URL brought them to your site, what data sheet was downloaded that was important to them, but you lose that perspective at the brick and mortar location. And when putting a solution like GoZone in place, you have the ability now to just understand that. If you're using all three of our platforms, you truly have the ability to know how people are moving around, what those traffic patterns look like in a retail environment. You have the ability to really help them put targeted marketing in place, because, again, more about the people in your venue. So this is something that we want to talk with you more about, and help you understand how we partner together and how we can get there. A big question comes up around, I've got this data, now what? As a matter of fact, I want to share a couple more statistics. A recent survey was done by, I believe it's Retail Wire, and they looked at 350 different retailers and brand manufacturers, and they found that 81% of the responders say they do gather shopper insights today. Of those 81%, 76% said they feel that this data is critical. Those are some pretty high numbers. Here's the low number. The bad news is that only 16% of those experts really know what to do with the data. And I think, as the manufacturers of a software, as the, hardware vendor, and the partners that are bringing this solution together to our retailers, it's our job to help them understand that, right? Because it is a lot of data. It's a lot of great information that they've never had before. So we want to be there to help handhold and understand what those KPIs look like, right? What's important to your retailer, whether it's a big box retailer, or maybe it's I'll just use the brick, right? The Brickyard, I believe, is what it's called. It's a really cute area in downtown Oklahoma City with a mini river walk that's going through, and a number of different retail shops. So what are the KPIs for that type of customer, and what does it look like? It's completely different from the big box retailer. There may be some similarities, but I think ultimately there's different KPIs that they're going after, and again, it's our job to help identify what those KPIs are, understand what remarketing campaigns are going to be relevant to their business. As we analyze that new versus repeat traffic, what's important to your customer? Is it creating that loyalty brand, getting more people to their, is it the sponsorship piece, and being able to leverage some of the big brands that they sell internally, right? We really need to understand what those KPIs are, and then together we deliver very meaningful marketing campaigns that help your customers see that return on their hardware investment. And that's what we're here for. So we have a really cool partner program that is something that fits, again, it's not a one size fits all. The way that GoZone does it is we have an opportunity for you to partner with us and leverage our professional services team, leverage our customer expertise on how to drill into those KPIs and then match the right campaigns and the right reports to it. So when you partner with GoZone, you get a comprehensive onboarding and sales training. That's provided from a number of different people within our organization. As I mentioned at the beginning of our call, GoZone is headquartered in St. Petersburg, Florida, very sunny St. Petersburg, Florida. Depending on the partner and their opportunity size, it may make sense to get you guys on site or have us come on site. But those are things that we can do because again, we're right here in the U.S. All of our support's here. You've got a lot of folks dedicated to helping you be successful as a GoZone partner. You have a dedicated account manager. There is huge opportunity for margin. I think we've got 20 points listed here. Seeing partners get pretty creative in some of the services and things that they are adding on, and that obviously gives you the opportunity to take those points up even higher. We do offer deal registration. It's important for us that you lead often and you lead early with GoZone, and we want you to feel comfortable doing that. We want to ensure you that, if you lead early and you're bringing GoZone into those opportunities, that we've locked that in on the back end for you, and we're going to do everything we can to help you win that deal. This is a true partnership. We don't expect you to be product experts on GoZone. We expect you to know enough to have meaningful dialect and be able to, again, at least get the right people to the table and identify those opportunities. But then we want you to bring us in and let us be the product expert, just as you would, on hardware or any of the other services that you sell. So, I want to stop there and talk a little bit more about some of the deployments that we have in place today. We recently won a American Mega Dream Mall up in New Jersey, and these guys, again, they were looking for a partner. They were looking for someone who had product set in place with all the features and benefits that they were looking for. They also wanted to make sure that whoever they were signing on with was innovating. They were continuing to deliver a best in breed product in this space, and we had the ability to go in and show them that that's exactly what we're doing. This was a very large deployment, multiple brands within the location, there at the mall, and it was just really important for them to understand their shoppers, understand where those shoppers were coming in from, ways to remarket back to them, do it in a real-time manner through the platform, but also increase CRM, right? Understand for my next retailer coming into the shopping mall, how great would it be for me to be able to provide some of these data analytic points and explain to them why I might be charging a little bit more rent at this particular location. Well, it's because it's a hotspot here. We've got a ton of traffic that travels in front. And guess what, guys? This isn't anecdotal data. This is data that they can really deliver to their customers because they've been capturing all of those data points using the GoZone platform. So it's a really cool win. It's, I believe, a mixed hardware environment. I talked about that earlier. The partner that's involved here probably has the idea to get them on one platform at some point in time, but this didn't have to be a showstopper because it was a mixed environment. We're vendor agnostic. We were able to go in and lay our software on top and really bring together that solution that the customer was looking for. So, I don't want to scare anyone away if today you're not working with that size of opportunity or those big box retailers, but maybe you've got, smaller retailers in regions and you're trying to help them grow. We're still a fit. We've got small customers who maybe only have 4 or 5 APs per location. This is still an area where we can help. We want to be able to come in and just, like I said, at the end of the day, understand what's important to that customer and help piece together the best solution for you. So don't be afraid to raise your hand and ask questions around the partnership, ask questions around, maybe some accounts that you've already thought of that might be a good fit. Let's just talk through them. And I think, ultimately, in partnering, that's maybe the best way to do it. We don't want to boil the ocean here. That's I think we've all been there. We've tried that. Let's start small. Let's identify 3 to 5 key accounts in the retail vertical that make sense for you. Reach out to your regional manager here at GoZone and let us come in and deliver that true partnership. Let us be the ones to pitch this product the first couple of times and really create a good partnership from the very beginning. So with that, I do want to stop and take a couple of questions. I know we've got about, like 7-8 minutes here left. I do want to be respectful of everyone's time. Let's see, we've got, just going to read a couple of the questions coming in. Do we offer POC or trials? Yes, we do. And we, again, encourage that. I think there's no better way for a customer to understand exactly what the data points that we can collect are, other than to just get a trial up and running. We've got a very easy trial process. If you're already on board as a VAR or managed service provider with GoZone, this is something that we can tee up and help you get that done. If this is net new, we've got customer trials that we can kick off as well. It doesn't take 30 days or so at max to capture these data points, but again, that's something that we're absolutely happy to do with you. We just want to qualify those opportunities before we kick off those trials, and then we'll certainly do that with you. Looks like we've got another question. I love this question. This is around our partnerships and different tiers and levels that we offer. So the question is, if I'm not ready to be an MSP, can I still work with you? Absolutely. Again, in the beginning, I talked about just the huge opportunity and the opportunity within retail itself. We don't want you to feel like if this isn't in your wheelhouse that you've got to miss out on these opportunities, right? We've got an affiliate partner level. It's really more of just a referral, but we can also start with a value-added reseller agreement and help grow you to that MSP level or enterprise service level as well. So just, again, based on your region, reach out to the GoZone team. We will understand a little bit more about your business and help you decide which one of those partner tiers are going to be the best fit for you. Let's see. Another question here. Oh, this is around support. You guys are asking some awesome questions. So as I said, headquartered here in the U.S., our support team is located here in the U.S. as well. We do have additional support, so we can truly offer that 24/7 model. If you come on board as a partner, there are, again, depending on the partner level and the partner tier, first line of support would roll to our managed service providers. Bug fixes, software fixes, updates, those type of things would really be owned by the GoZone team, but that's all up for discussion. And I can't stress enough that the best way for us to understand what the best fit for your business is just to reach out to GoZone and let us truly qualify that for you. It's going to help us understand a little bit more about your business, your initiatives, your business goals, and obviously we can align the partner tiers that really make sense for you in place. So I don't see any other. Oh, sorry. Here's another question. Very good one. So retail, is this the only area that you focus? No, absolutely not. We are in restaurants, bars, large and small, coffee shops, all the way up to your large restaurant brands and chains. We doing some amazing things in the large public venue space. Retail is a no-brainer for us. Hospitality is an area where we play very well. We've recently won one of the largest casinos in the U.S., and we're starting to do more in verticals like that. And, anywhere where customers have long dwell times, they're expecting that good guest Wi-Fi experience. We play, right? We play in those spaces. So if you don't have a lot of retail customers today, and maybe you've got more customers in some of those other verticals that I mentioned, at the end of the day, just pick up the phone, reach out, and let us work with you to discover, what products we offer that are the best fit for you and how we can work together. And I think that's it. So I know we've got a couple of more minutes here, but I don't see any other questions coming through the chat. Asa, I don't know if you've had anything come through that we want to address.
Ooh, got my headband on still. No, Shelly, no, that was excellent. I believe that you got to everybody here. So, on behalf of everybody that was able to join us today, I just want to say thank you for providing us your time and your expertise. I know that I learned a bit myself, and I work for the company, so it's always good when you're able to spend part of your time, just sharing with us and helping us get the most out of this platform. So, thank you.
And so I guess I'll leave it with this. So for anyone that's on the call, still hanging on the bridge, would love an opportunity to do a deep dive on the platform, show you an actual demo. So if you reach out to us within the next, let's just say by end of day Wednesday next week to schedule a demo, there will be an additional incentive either on the first deal or our partnership agreement. And all you have to do is mention that you were on the retail webinar today, and I will share more information with you on what those incentives and discounts look like. So I hope to hear back from you. We appreciate your time today, and we look forward to partnering with you in 2020. Thanks so much.